All right, openings are a funny thing. You can study openings all day long, but if you don't know what to do after move, 5 and 6, it doesn't really help you any. I've spent a lot of time studying a few openings, and what I found is that I usually can do okay in the opening first 3 to 4 moves, and after that is where I lose my games. And so, what I'm going to do in this next game is I'm not going to focus so much on my opening. I am going to focus on what happens after move 4 and 5 and every move after that. I'm going to play principled. So, what I mean by that is I'm going to just get all of my pieces out. I'm going to protect my pieces. And then from that point on, I'm just going to make sure that I'm not doing stupid mistakes. All right, so let's count. 1, 2, right? If I push here, he takes, I take. If he takes, I take back. So this is the move. And yeah, easy peasy. No big deal. We're all good here. So now, let's see. Is he gonna weaken his position? This would be really interesting if he does. I know he's thinking about it. He does. He does. Now, if I go here, he goes here. Is that one to move? Is that one move too late? Because by the time I go here, he goes here. I'm not currently here. All right. So the question is, do I want to sacrifice a bishop? Let's hold off on the sacrifice, or should we not? Nope. Let's do it. Let's do the sacrifice. We do it, and now we're coming. All right. Now, of course, he's going to take here. He didn't. Just kidding. So I'm going to castle long, and now I'm going to. All right. Now I'm going to infiltrate as much as I can. I'm going to infiltrate all of these pieces. So now one idea is I could potentially win. Nah, just kidding. I can't. Not anymore. That was a good move. What about, I guess I'm just going to move here for right now. And probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my bishop over here. I mean, his king position is very weak. I'm down a piece, but I have a little bit of a better position than him. This pawn, don't be fooled, is not actually in any danger, especially if I come here, because then now there's 2 pieces guarding that. So I'm not worried too much about that. I might push here anyways just to kick him out, but yeah, in the meantime, I'm okay. All right, so let's do this. If he takes, he loses a queen. All right, now I have to react to this. He's okay losing this piece, just so you know, because if he loses that piece, he still has this, right? So, the question is, well, it's not a question. All right. Let's go ahead and do this. And, I mean, if he takes, I take back. All right, what is he threatening here? Maybe this? Maybe just this? I'm not exactly sure. But I'm not going to overreact just yet. All right, so this is a very volatile situation and position, rather. While it seems like really straightforward and pretty easy, I would dare say it is not. Yeah. So, all right. How can I make the most of this right now? I could come here. He's probably thinking about taking this, and then he's going to be just attacking here again. So let's just move here for right now. And is that a mistake? I don't think it is. One idea is I could come here and just trade bishops, take back with my queen. One idea is this, because then takes. I think that's probably a pretty good move. Let's do that. So either way, if he moves his knight, I'm going to take that knight, and then I'm going to give him a check, and then it's game over, pretty much. So there's no way for him to defend this piece again, so I'm going to win a piece right now. The piece that I sacrificed is now mine again. And so now he is in danger. And yeah, I mean, it's just not going to be good for him at this point. The real question is, where's the best position to go? And maybe the best position for right now is actually here. Or maybe it's here. Because this now attacks another piece. All right, so this seems pretty good. Actually, is this the best place to go? What about offering a queen trade? Is that interesting? Is that an interesting idea? Or is it not an interesting idea? Because moving my queen here does really absolutely nothing except scare him. I don't think it really does a whole lot, though. I'm actually thinking about something like this. This looks good to me because although I'm not really attacking that, I'm more attacking this guy. And if... Okay. That's an interesting move. This might be a nice move, actually. Now I need to be careful because this, I cannot just take, or, that's just going to be bad news bears. And so what I need to do is start pushing some things. So if I can get here, I can go here, here. I mean, I can probably get mate here in a few moves, I think. Okay, so he's going to need to move his knight probably here, if I had to guess, because he just really has nowhere else to go at this point. All right, now if I go here, then that means I could probably do mate in 2. So this looks like an interesting move. I mean, it is an interesting move. But this is going to create this, which is then going to create this. What I need to be careful of is if I go here. All right. All right, I have mate in 1. This is protected by my knight, so I'm not worried. Even if he comes around here, even if he moves here, that's mate in 1. I just don't see a way around it. I mean, that's just a free bishop and a free queen. Yeah, so this is just game over. He's just going to resign here. So this will put me back to 1296? Or, no, that's what he's rated. plus 8. Let's see if I can do see if I can do some math here. 1286. All right, he resigns. So all right, cool. So yeah, I didn't I'm going to review this, but I didn't like that wasn't all about like lines and openings. It was just about like I took a few chances. But ultimately I just tried to make sure that I took care of my pieces and wasn't doing really stupid stuff. I mean, I did have 2 blunders, and I love this. 74% in my opening. That's pretty good. My middle game, which is where I typically lose, is 56%. So it just happened to be better than his 34%. All right, let's look. So this was the Italian game. It didn't like this. It just wanted me to take right away. This was all just kind of very like standard stuff. As soon as he did this, yeah, I'm just going to take. That's a blunder because I just lose a piece. And he doesn't have to lose here. That's why I really was trying to think about it. What I should have just done is what I almost did, which is just drop back. But, you know, I went for it because that's what you do. Sometimes you just got to go for it, you know? And blunders, I mean, he just had blunder on blunder. And that was a blunder. And what it wanted me to do instead was this. Which is interesting. But, yeah, sometimes I just I don't see it. Let's see the follow-up. Okay. Some follow-up there. The follow-up for this could have been just losing a pawn. You know, which isn't the end of the world. It's fine, but... All right, so this was all good. I mean, it didn't love that I did that. It wanted me to just bring in another player into the game. He reacted. He was just, you know, clearly he was just like nervous. This was great because at this point, I mean, it's just like over. So, mate in 5, he resigned. Good game. GG's. Hey, be sure to subscribe and follow along and continue to grow with me as I climb. And hopefully I'll break 1,300 again for like the 4th time in the next video. Thanks for watching.